Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Outdoors Queensland Strengthening Connections. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to elders past, present and future, and acknowledge the important role that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within the outdoor sector, and particularly their connections to country. I'd like to acknowledge Donna Little, our facilitator for today. I should introduce myself, Dom Courtney. I'm the Executive Officer for QORF. Okay, I think it's me. Just today on my job's to have a quick welcome and just get the ball rolling for today. A wise person once said, "Everyone you ever meet knows something that you don't." The only way to find out what someone else knows is to speak with them, discuss it with them, and truly connect with them. As we're continually reminded, our world is more connected than ever before. But the question is whether connections are actually strong or deep. And social media is the great connector of our time, but people often skim the surface without truly engaging. Engagement is involving others in the decisions that you make. I guess my point for that one is, for that quote there, is take the time today to actually find out what the people in this room know that you don't. Learning is all about the formation of new or stronger neural connections, and researchers have shown that our brains never stop changing through learning, and that human brains remain receptive to learning right throughout our lives by being able to develop new connections and stronger connections. And those connections are all built on experiences. And the wonderful thing for the people in this room is that outdoor experiences allow us to build and strengthen connections to ourselves, connections to other people, but also connections to the environment. QORF was formed way back in 1996. We actually celebrated our 20th anniversary a few days ago. To understand where we've come from, we've delved back into the archives of 20 years of annual reports. I'm not going to read them all out to you, but I'd just like to give you a few highlights of what's happened over the years to really put it in perspective where we are today. The mission of QORF, when it was proposed, was to enhance the growth and development of outdoor recreation in Queensland. The objectives for 1996 to 99 were to establish an organisation to deliver effective performance, to develop and implement policies on key outdoor rec issues, to represent outdoor recreation interests to the community, other industries and all levels of government, to assist outdoor recreation participants as required, and to enhance the development of outdoor recreation by promotion and publicity. In 2000, a key focus for QORF was the Forest Recreation Reference Group. QORF held forums to discuss tenure allocation of forests within the SEQ Forest Agreement. And we were also involved in the active ageing strategy, encouraging members to consider older persons as potential clients. And we were also involved in rock climbing, abseiling and trail bike riding. In 2001, the Forest Recreation Reference Group was not reconvened. So that lasted a whole year, unfortunately. So the opportunity to provide strategic input into that SEQ Forest Agreement disappeared overnight. However, QORF continued to work on the rock climbing and abseiling and trail bike riding. The National Outdoor Recreation Industry Training Package was implemented for the first time in 2001. QORF conducted a conference at Tinaroo in conjunction with OEAQ, which I'm told was well attended by outdoor leaders in North Queensland. And our QORF's communication strategy in 2001 included the bold statement that the QORF website would include a discussion page, and the website would be updated on a monthly basis. 2002 saw the introduction of the QORF Awards, which will continue here this evening. In 2002, the South East Queensland Outdoor Recreation Demand Study was launched. QORF acted as the project managers for the research project looking at the value of outdoor recreation to the lifestyle of individuals in SEQ. We administered the SEQ Trail Bike Management Forum in 2002 and published a research report on that topic. Throughout 2002, insurance and risk management was a major issue for all recreation stakeholders. The annual report that year, and I had to quote this one, said that despite our concerted efforts, access to suitable insurance is still limited and affordable insurance for organisations conducting outdoor recreation activities is still a myth. In December 2002, QORF was one of the 56 initial signatories to the Charter for SEQ Regional Landscape Strategy, supporting coordinated planning for regionally significant open space in SEQ. In 2003, the National Outdoor Leader Registration Scheme, or NOLS, was launched. The SEQ Trail Bike Management Forum continued, and many of the recommendations of that forum were included into a submission to Cabinet on that issue. The Civil Liability Act 2003 was introduced, but didn't actually solve the issues relating to insurance for our industry. In late 2004, the draft SEQ Regional Plan was released, which indicated that as a guiding principle, outdoor recreation should be considered as an important use in land use planning and recommended strategies to develop a regional outdoor recreation strategy, regional parks and regional trails. That's the first time that happened, 2004. As a result of a lot of lobbying by QORF and other interested parties in 2003, the Office of Urban Management and the Regional Landscape and Open Space Planning Unit were established in 2004, and the Regional Landscape and Open Space Advisory Committee, or ROLSAC, were established, with QORF invited to be represented on ROLSAC. In 2004, QORF launched Outdoors Queensland as a commercial arm of the organisation, offering products and services to members and non-members to complement the services of QORF. Also in 2004, QORF organised the State Outdoor Conference in conjunction with Queensland Camping Association and OEAQ. 2005 had QORF organising the National Outdoor Conference on the Gold Coast in conjunction with OEAQ on behalf of the Outdoor Council of Australia. The SEQ Regional Plan 2005 to 2026 was released, with the statutory requirement for outdoor recreation to be included in the planning process. Also in 2005, the Outdoor Leaders Award State 2005 was finalised, although it didn't take effect until 16th of January 2006. The Industry Training Partnerships Program within outdoor recreation was delivered, and state government funding and federal government funding became available. Also in 2005, online newsletters were introduced. 2006, QORF's 10th birthday. The SEQ Regional Trails Strategy was completed, but not launched until the following year, and work commenced on the SEQ Regional Outdoor Rec Strategy, and QORF launched the Queensland Mountain Bike Forum. In January 2007, the SEQ Regional Trail Strategy was launched, along with $8.8 million in funding, allocated to the development and management of 3 of the 9 priority trails over the following 5 years. So the 3 priority trails were Brisbane Valley Rail Trail, which was 140 kilometres, Boonah to Ipswich Trail, 76 kilometres, and the Maroochy River Canoe Trail. Work commenced on the northern section of Brisbane Valley Rail Trail, and the stretch from Linville to Moore was opened in November. QORF also lobbied strongly for the development of the Queensland Adventure Activity Standards. We lobbied for changes to the State Development Program funding so the number of outdoor rec organisations received funding for the first time. And QORF held the State Outdoor Conference again that year. 2008, QORF did a lot of work in relation to the Queensland Adventure Activity Standards, managed the Warralong Dam and ill-fated Traveston Dam recreation and trails concept master plans. That's not a political statement. And the Mid-Brisbane River Outdoor Rec Study. In 2008, Donna became CEO of QORF and Andrew Boyle became President of QORF. 2009, the Queensland Adventure Activity Standards were completed but not quite released. They seemed to take about a year before they got the final tick off and released to the public. We undertook community consultation for Wyaralong Dam and developed an overview of measurement tool that SEQ Water used to gauge benefits to both SEQ Water and local communities from providing recreational access to the land and water. We managed the active trails projects for the Department of Infrastructure and Planning, including user surveys on Brisbane Valley Rail Trail. We introduced our photo competition, which was called It's Better Outdoors, and ran the first active outdoor expo on a wild day of weather in May 2009. And in 2009, QORF conferred the honour of life membership for the first time to Cathy Kingsford. In 2010, the state government actually released the draft Queensland Green Space Strategy for public comment. The Department of Infrastructure and Planning released the South East Queensland Outdoor Rec Strategy 2010. QORF introduced parks forums to assist in communication between our members and QPWS. The inaugural National Great Aussie Campout was held. The Active Outdoor Expo was held just across the road here at Southbank Parklands, and Rob Simpson was awarded life membership. In 2011, QORF held the True North State Outdoor Sector Conference at Maroon Outdoor Ed Centre, along with OEAQ. We also took on administration of Knowles. 2011 saw the introduction of a film night called Visioning the Outdoors, in addition to the photo comp. We continued to host mountain bike forums and the Parks Outdoor Rec forums. We're involved in the Tourism Queensland Walking Trails project and the Premier Walks project, the Wide Bay Burnout Regional Sport and Rec Committee, and the trail audit for Western Wide Bay Councils. We introduced our own Facebook page and a YouTube channel, and Brian Cross was conferred life membership. I've got 2 minutes left, so don't worry. We've got to 2012, so most people will see where we're going to get to, so that's all right. And I've just wasted seconds. In 2012, the Parks Forums and Mountain Bike Forums continued. We released the desktop study, Value of Outdoor Recreation for Queensland, indicating that the outdoor sector was conservatively worth $2 billion per year to the state. Visioning the Outdoors continued. Outdoor Table was introduced and the Active Outdoor Expo continued. Dave Batt became a life member. 2013, we represented the outdoor sector with stakeholder consultation regarding the protected area of state outdoor rec strategy, and made formal submissions regarding nature conservation and other legislation amendment bill number 2, 2013. We held the Big Ideas for the Outdoors Forum, a 2-day forum discussing sector development into the next decade. The State of the Sector report studied skills and training gaps in the industry workforce. And we worked on the National Outdoor Sector Survey to learn more about education providers, businesses, organisations, employees and volunteers in the outdoor sector. We facilitated the Future of Horse Riding in Queensland Forum, and Murray Stewart became the Executive Officer of QORF. 2014, the Queensland Government Statewide Outdoor Recreation Framework provided for the first time a whole-of-landscape approach to outdoor recreation with the support of all state government departments, state-owned bulk water authorities, the Local Government Association of Queensland, and Tourism and Events Queensland. The Queensland Horse Trails Working Group worked with government to deliver the horse riding in Queensland Parks and Forests framework. We took the lead in identifying and analysing regionally significant mountain biking opportunities around the state. We're also the lead agency for recreational outcomes under the Flinders-Corrawatha Corridor Management Strategy. The Outdoor Rec Training Package Review was conducted by Service Skills Australia with our input, and Nature Play Queensland was launched with a mission of making nature play a normal part of childhood again in Queensland. 2015, we held the Kids Outdoors 2030 and Nature Play Symposium. We obtained grant funding from Medibank Community Grants program to undertake the Get Lifelong Ready project, focusing on options to make participation in outdoor activities more accessible to people in their 30s, 40s and 50s. We conducted trail audits for Ipswich City Council and Sunshine Coast Council. We made a submission relating to the Nature Conservation and Other Legislation Amendment Bill 2015 to address issues regarding outdoor rec and outdoor education activities in conservation parks. Donna Little became a life member of QORF and I became Executive Officer. this year. Our submission about the Nature Conservation and Other Legislation Amendment Bill, requesting the specific amendment to address those issues regarding conservation parks, was adopted and became law. Nature Play Queensland hosted the Reviving Neighbourhood Nature Play Forums in Cairns, Gold Coast, Ipswich and Brisbane. Nature Play Queensland also, along with the Workforce Council, took a conference on a bus on a mystery tour from Mount Isa to Longreach. The National Outdoor Education Conference was held on the Sunshine Coast by REAQ with assistance from QORF. Development of Australian Adventure Activity Standards commenced. Another review of the VET training package is underway, and we've actually made it to today. The symposium today is about the benefits of the outdoors and how to engage people at different stages of their lives to be active participants in outdoor experiences. It's going to be a full day, and I'm sure there's plenty of learning opportunities for all of us. Everyone who knows me know that I really like a good quote, so I thought I'll end on an inspiring quote for the day from Henry Thomas Buckle, an English historian. He apparently said, "Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people." I'd like to encourage everyone here today to discuss ideas. Thank you.